Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to TeamODZ tonight. And look, we've already got Gerrie and we've already got Rick. And we're set to go. Morning, boys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
One more.
Satulagi.
Such a lag.
Knock it in.
This is easier than 30-15s
Yeah,
because
Yeah,
it's anaerobic, not VO2.
right. And you've got a 30-second recovery in between.
Yeah, but even 30-15s with 30 seconds in between us.
How many is there in each floor?
9.
No, they're not too many either. It's not
But the
13.
power only goes to 420 required power, which is not ridiculous.
Speak for yourself. my VO2 was 375 yesterday.
Yeah, but that's like what, 2 watts per kilogram?
Hey, good morning, Ben.
About 4.5 watts per kilogram. Yours were probably higher than that.
Yeah, it's +5.
So yeah,
Do the math now.
this is easier, definitely. I'll be able to do 13 of these.
That was 5.3 watts a kilo, 375 for me.
Ah,
How was Andy, Rick, and Gerrie today? Andy, Rick, and Gerrie. Well, I can speak for Andy. I can't but can't speak for Rick and Gerrie. Andy's not woken up properly yet.
Gerrie's awake. Gerrie feels good.
And if Gerrie's good, Rick and Andy are good. You need a haircut, Rick.
Yeah, I do. Getting long.
We'll see me bike first, then. Right on. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good.
What?
The bench just said.
Oh, No. Because you were
Oh.
running.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I was trying to
That
figure out
happens.
a way of getting running in there.
That didn't take me long. Yeah, if you don't use it or lose it.
That's cracking.
Sorry, Ben. That is never a good feeling. You've been waiting so long for that bike.
Yeah. Have to look after you.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you want.
My bike ride yesterday, there's this it's a woodworking shop in Orono, the town that I work in, and usually my route goes by there. So I was as I rode by, a few of the guys that work there were out on a picnic table in the front. So I went, waved to them, looked back and saw a rock right in my way. At least I think it was a rock. It was something.
But it wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster.
It could have been a rock lobster. And I ended up hitting it and then heard a big crack, bang, clang type of thing going on. And I was like, oh, I hope that didn't hurt anything. Luckily, it just hit my crank. Did ding it up a little bit, but
That's stuck in my
frame
head
was
now.
left alone.
I wish I hadn't done that. Sorry.
That's the thing with having a bike. Yeah, it's like you pay all this money and it looks so nice, and then you just take it outside and it gets beat up by stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure the bike wasn't as dented as your Pride though.
Oh, I kept riding like nothing happened, but I'm sure they heard it. It definitely made quite a noise. Yeah, it hit perfectly, so that I didn't even feel the rock when I hit it. I just heard it hit somewhere down near my feet somewhere. I was cruising yesterday. I don't know if that 30-15 got me going or what happened, but I rode pretty hard to work. Kind of, actually, once I get used to it and loosen up a little bit. With my neck being all messed up, this is kind of the only position I can do comfortably.
Yeah, I know, I've seen the news, Ben. First thing I do when I wake up, do my Facebook stuff, check the BBC News. Minutes is taking forever.
Okay, let's start another one.
You know, it's a major incident when the police bring out guns.
Yeah, that might have happened.
Do the police usually have guns in the UK?
No.
No. So I thought.
There's plenty that are firearms trained.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
The armories are
Probably
only
a good
broken
idea.
out when if they need them. My dad was
That
firearms
time it's
trained.
too late.
Well, they don't only have the armory in the station, they also have mobile armories.
Here, every single squad car is an armory. A
Yeah.
mobile armory.
Yep.
It's ready to go. One of my friends that works for Border Patrol.
Oh,
Yeah. he brought his vehicle by once. And I was like, what's that in the back? And he opened it up and it was just everything you would need in any sort of a gun
It was-
situation.
It was Billy from Axel F, yeah? Go ahead, Beverly Hills Cop.
He had.
thing is, it's so big and rural that if you need to wait for someone, you might as well just give up.
Yeah. The thing is, he mostly just investigates internet crimes. Because apparently the Border Patrol does everything. Yeah. But
Firearms do a
typically
lot more
those-
than just respond to firearm incidents. So.
typically those whenever he investigates the internet stuff, then eventually they work up a case and then they have to go in and get the person. So because they're all like, for a bunch of computer crimes guys, they're all just jacked. It's like they spend it's like they spend half of their time in the gym.
Yep. I had the same experience in Africa. I had a friend that he was in intelligence. They would either play games or be in the gym. He introduced me into games, PCs, and programming. Good times.
Yeah, I knew with how much my neck hurt yesterday when I got up, or when I first got to work. I could feel it a little bit. Then all of a sudden it started spasming. And I was like, oh, this is what it feels like now. It's gonna hurt in the morning. And of course, I slept beautifully, and then the first time I woke up and needed to roll over, I had to like grab my head and kind of push it over. And I was like, oh no, here we go. And then this morning I had to pick up my head to sit up that first time.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah, I switched to a slow burn. I'm afraid if I push too hard, I'll end up putting more on my neck and
Oh yeah.
gone.
And I have a sore neck as well, so I don't have to do this fat max.
Yeah, I think it's just adjusting the outdoor bike because I haven't gotten much time on it, which I'm hoping the weather cooperates so I can start riding more outside. But yeah, I think I just kind of get used to an indoor position, and I wasn't bending my arms much when I was pushing hard yesterday, so I think I tweaked it going up a hill sitting down. It all went, well, I was already riding pretty hard, but it all went downhill when I saw a cyclist go by when I was waiting at an intersection. He was going the way I was going. So I was like, ooh, I wonder how long it'll take me to catch up. And I always hope I'll catch up and they'll go faster and then we can just ride together. But it wasn't. I just blew right by him. Said good morning.
Yeah, I caught someone up at a set of traffic lights once. We passed him as we crossed through the traffic lights. And I held 23, 24 for a couple of miles in a bid to drop him. Oh, he just sat in my draft. I use the excuse of going past the bakery, pull off, and go and get a donut.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I never think of that. There's one place on my route that's pretty good, but it's just I'd want to bring my bike inside. This is the time of year where you see random people walking down the street with 2 bikes, and you're like, I bet they're not their bikes.
It's hard to ride 2 bikes at a time.
I don't even want to have to put that on anybody if they took my bike.
You see a whole different side of Rick.
Well, this is you get put on the DoorDash level.
No. There's mild mannered Rick at the bottom. There's DoorDash somewhere about here, and then there's you stole my bike way up here.
Not quite John Wick style, but
Yeah, it's always fun when you see someone that looks like a commuter and you try and catch them.
Yeah.
And it takes you 30 minutes and you reach them and they're on an e-bike on their phone.
Been there, done that. Last year we were riding on my bike tour and there was a big blob of us and we were slowly catching up this solo cyclist who was on an e-bike, but we caught him past him.
The first year, every time I pass someone now, when I'm on my way to work, I think of the first year I picked up cycling to work again. And I was cruising along at what I felt like was a pretty good pace. And then all of a sudden this guy goes flying by. Kind of startled me. And I look and he's wearing flip-flops. And he had I could see that, like, he had his flip-flops on clipless pedals, so he was obviously a cyclist, but just was commuting to work that way. And the size of this guy's legs was just insane to me at that time. I was like, okay, one day. Now I don't think he'd pass me, but maybe
Not
if he
on a
was
climb.
quick to- Yeah, no, not on a climb. His legs would hold him back.
Yep. On the velodrome, that's something different. You won't even have a chance. If that
Yeah, I
legs
need
is
to
from cycling, not from this pure weightlifting.
Yeah, they did look like weightlifting legs for sure. And he was making the bike move. I thought I was going fast. But that was when I could get like, usually, I was excited if I got 18 miles per hour average on the way to work. Although yesterday I was slower than I was last year. So last year I was usually on a day like that, I would have been 20 and a half, 21 miles per hour average. Yesterday I was 19 and a half.
It's
But my average watts were high. So I don't know if I'm just doing most of my pushing on the hills or what.
Look at your
It was
normalized
also-
power.
Before I got out of Bangor, I was stuck in traffic. And everybody was going extremely slow for some reason. And I just wasn't passing or anything. I was just going with traffic. Because really, it kind of felt like one of those mornings where I didn't want to pass because some of the people that I was behind, I don't think they knew what they were doing.
right on, say.
Oh, hey,
Here's Owen. What's your buddy?
When- Oh, I just saw. Sorry, Ben. How was the event? Completely missed that.
looks like it was long.
76 miles long.
In the event that I'm doing in a couple weeks, I was reading through it yesterday, and like they have one in Lehigh, Pennsylvania, and in North Carolina, and other places, Kentucky, I think. And
Turkey?
they were talking about the one for Maine, for Bangor. They were like, we're gonna go up north to escape the heat, and ride around the beautiful Bangor area. And and then I was like, wow, well that explains why they switched it last year, because last year they did it in August and it was in the 90s first thing in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And so they're like, well, this isn't escaping heat. What happened? Of course, it was the hottest. I think it was the hottest weekend all summer, but
Didn't we have a lovely time today? We went to Bangor. Oh.
lots of events that weekend though. There'll be the bike ride, there'll be a Dave Matthews Band concert, and a pride parade, all in the same area.
My goodness.
Of course, I guess they had to change where the Pride Parade was because of the bike race. But yeah, luckily I don't live too far away, so I'll just bike down the hill.
Just bike to the start. That's the best type of races.
Yeah, 'cause it's only like maybe a quarter mile, maybe a half a mile. And it's all downhill. So I could
Even
just
better.
coast there. But yeah, so I was looking at it. I guess it's split up into different sections where there's 2 time sections, which I'm thinking those are on ones where the road's actually closed. But then they have a full ride timing area. And that's still like 5 miles before the finish, before it gets back into the city. So I'm guessing, because then it says road rules apply again. And so I'm guessing only some of the sections are closed off. And then those are the actual timed areas. One's a
Road rules
huge
apply, so keep the rubber side down, yeah?
car. Yes. Which I'm actually, that last timed event, or section, I'm kind of afraid of it. Because it's a tough one. Because first you have a really long really long ascent, and then a super fast and kind of bumpy descent. But it has a lot of like that you go down and then all of a sudden it drops real fast. Really fun to drive in a car.
Just a few more. A bunch.
Didn't get that, Gerrie, sorry, you broke up a little.
Oh, I said a bunch more.
Bunch more. Oh.
CPU is running at 100%.
That's all. You got up to 110,
GPU is
right?
running at 96%. This PC is cooking right now. Discord is using a bunch. CPU. Four more.
You got it. Wow. Hey, how come you got the jersey, Rich?
I don't know.
I'm doing all the
I
hard
think it's 'cause
work
I
here.
I think it's because I went faster. I don't see it on my screen.
You got the temptation.
Maybe it's the efficiency award. Done a lower average power. But yet I'm going just as fast.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been spending quite a bit of time riding this bike like this. That didn't work so well on my outdoor bike. I think that was my problem. Now I'm going to practice bending my elbows a little more.
Yay! Hmm.
One. It's not too lucky.
One left. Make it your best one, Gerrie. Under 2 minutes on this interval now. Oh.
So yesterday I got to work on my bike, very fast pace, very sweaty. And I managed to get all of the work I had planned done before Clay finally waltzed in at almost 1 o'clock. And the first thing he says to me is, "Do you want to brew tonight? It's super hot." And I was like, "It's not super hot, first of all." I was like, "You're going to have a horrible summer if this is super hot to you." And I was like, "And I don't do anything at night because I wake up at 4:30. I just sleep." And I was like, "But you can do whatever you want. I don't care." But he ended up doing it. And I don't even know why he's even making it like we should brew to. Like, I don't brew. I'm not brewing. I stopped doing that a while ago.
No, you just percolate.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, right, Owen. Ooh.
Yeah. Which part of Texas is he in?
I can't remember.
I know they always like to say that a dry heat is better, but I mean,
Oh, it is.
it all depends.
Oh no. 90 degrees high.
Well, high 90s, yeah. You want a dry heat for that one.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
90s dry. That's a lot better than 85 humid. Probably better than 80 humid.
Your turn to pull for a bit, Rick.
Okay.
You just put a fan on and you start evaporating and you're nice and cool.
Well, we've got fans. We've got Owen and Ben.
Yes. That's why we are so cool.
So far, we're getting absolutely screwed on the weather here. It's like we had that whole week leading up to Memorial Day. It was all 80s and 90s. And then that went away for a week with rain and cool temperatures, which actually kind of helped, I guess, adapt to the idea of if it's just sunny and 70, it's good. But now it looks like the forecast, like yesterday was the only 80-degree day. Coming on. And every day has some sort of rain in it. It's supposed to be hotter now.
You know, Owen says it's right in the middle of the Houston, Dallas, Austin triangle.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's probably gets pretty humid there. My mom lived in West Texas for a little while, and she said that was just extremely hot and dry all summer. She didn't like it there. He's in the bet that king can sustain life. Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of a stretch, considering Brett life, isn't it, Owen? I joke, of course.
Yeah, my sister moved to Houston when she was 8 or 19, I think. And then she hasn't left since. And now she's 51, I think. 52.
I don't want to do this again. I'd rather just stay at 90 watts.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have to. Hopefully, I feel better. I really want to do some zone 3 stuff.
Go and do Miguel again.
Yeah, that's my kind of zone 3.
I got to 38 million drops riding with Miguel yesterday, Gerrie.
What's it?
I
How
got to
many?
38 million.
Wow. That's a
Nice.
nice number.
Oh, and got the teleport update yesterday. I didn't yet.
I got that this morning.
So it's going to be
Phased out.
everyone gets it before me again.
You should get it today. I'll tell him to send it to Andy today.
So is it just a guy going through a bunch of papers stapled together and just individually sending out the update to each person?
Yeah, he needs to manually type in the username, email address, and then say okay.
Shoe size, inside leg measurement.
He's got, he looks like a raccoon, black circles around his eyes, tons of empty coffee cups all around his desk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
should
right,
probably
Owen. So
try.
that's what happened with the home screen rollout. I think I was the last person, the very last person to get it.
I think you got it before I did.
Well, you said you've already had the teleport update. I haven't.
Yeah. Although I don't know how to do it. I haven't seen
So-
anything.
You press the up button, you get the little screen at the bottom. There's something that looks like two little triangles, road between them.
Oh, okay.
If you click on that, it'll
Kinda
show
looks
you
like-
the pace partners,
Oh, okay.
and then you can jump between them.
It's the one that kind of looks like a graph or a mountain.
Yeah, it's almost like a little thingy.
So we were riding with Miguel yesterday, Gerrie, and we were in Makuri. Princess Playground is the route, and we got to one particular part of Makuri, and one guy says, "My frame rate just took a dive." I responded with one word: "Guess what?" You dig them out of the ground.
Potato.
There you go. Yes.
Yep. There's a issue that they are trying to find. It's like people having troubles connecting to the pace partners. But none of the people that are having issues are willing to help find the issue. You get response back like, "We are not here to fault find your issues. You need to make better software." Like, you are one in 10,000 that having this issue, so help us so we can find it. And my thinking is potato.
Help me, help you.
Yeah,
Ben and the Jerry
Because-
Maguire meme.
yeah. Because
Show me
most
the
of
money.
it, almost all of them, the pace partners in Makuri Islands. So my thinking is, since there's so many people with a pace partner, the graphics just gets bogged down.
Yeah. Oh, and potato.
Glad
No.
mine is not a potato,
I don't
because then it would have been a fried potato by now.
no, baked. There's no oil there.
Maybe
Hey,
baked,
is
yeah,
it
with a
jacketed
usually running at
potato.
100.
I'm trying to think what potato is in Indonesian. I can't think. I've got a mental block.
An air potato.
I know I have to look for it now.
A water
Thank you.
potato.
Annoying me.
Workout mode. Use 10% more CPU than non-workout mode. That's not right.
Kentang bakar. Baked potato.
Oh yes, Owen, you found it.
Oh my. I almost fell off my rollers then, Owen. That's alright, I'll send you the medical bill if I do. Oh.
Oh, it would work wonderfully if you could have some sort of a device like this that straps to wherever you need it, so you can just keep it running. Right now, the pain's gone. Must if I do that.
Ah. Oh. Another 3 years, and I've had this PC for 5 years. Look, I used every 5th anniversary of Kimberly Clark, and we get to choose what our anniversary gift is. I just got an Amazon gift card. I couldn't decide, and that pretty much bought the innards of this PC. Yeah. Ah. Right, I need a topic that we can talk about for 11 minutes. What can we talk about?
What's Gerrie having for breakfast?
There we go. What's Gerrie
That'll-
having for breakfast?
That'll keep us busy. So, what is Gerrie having for breakfast? Yesterday we had eggs and toast. Probably today as well, because we bought some avocados over the weekend, and they were super ripe, ready to eat. And it's already what's a Tuesday today, so I know there's 2 left. Yeah.
And the guy in front
Hey,
of us,
right
Rick.
up.
Hey, right up.
You see that topic?
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah, let's
Gerrie
talk.
slacking?
Yeah.
Because Gerrie's been riding for a long time already. Gerrie's done.
Gerrie's done. And hard workout.
So it wasn't too bad, Andy. I would do this twice before I do 30-15s again. So yeah, it's a lot easier. Just because the power requirement is a lot lower, recovery is longer, and yeah, the little blocks is not 15 seconds recovery.
So Rick,
Yeah.
that guy in front of us, he's in the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pyro. His name,
Like he's
Okay.
in a
Pyro.
penitentiary.
Pyro, pen.
Ah,
Never mind.
My goodness.
Too early for you, isn't it?
Way too early.
Racing splits.
Okay, guys.
All right, Gerrie.
I am done. You have a wonderful day.
Enjoy bed bets and regards
And
to the family.
We'll chat tomorrow. Yep, you too.
yeah. Have a good day.
Do I remember raising splits? I don't. Oh no. Listen, Gerrie. I remember things like, what's got a hazelnut in every bite? Topic! And the Guinness advert where the guy keeps going to the bar to order a Guinness and it comes out lager. And the guy tells him to say Ness. Again. Ness. Again. Ness again. Ness a Guinness. A Guinness. A Guinness. There's some puree. Oh.
That's weird. Shredded wheat with a raisin puree, essentially.
You found them. Ooh. When? Oh, and when did Smash Mash change from bringing the granules? If I wanted some Smash Mash when I was last over there, and it was like powder, it wasn't granules. Yeah, I know, right? Portion sizes. Yeah, it changed sometimes between 2007 and 2000. When was I last over there? 17. Oh. Yeah. Can you still get the numpty Mars bars? Snickers bars rather, not Mars bars.
Are the Mars bars like a Milky Way?
Yes. Yeah, last time I was over there, every store we went in that sold Snickers, I was rifling through the box, entire box, to find the one that said numpty on them. MARATHON marathon. There you go. Johnny Vaughan and Denise Van Outen. Wow. Man.
Is marathon a candy bar?
Zig and Zag from the Big Breakfast Store. That's where it was at. Marathon was Snickers before they changed its name.
Yeah, here it's just a gas station.
No,
Not
it's
as yummy.
Snickers. It's Snickers everywhere now. Thank you, Owen, for keeping the chat up. That's really helped me through this one. 4 minutes to go.
Snickers advertisement or advertising campaign not too long ago was that you don't need to eat anything else, just a Snickers. They never said it straight up like that, but they assumed, or they not assumed, but they put it in there that if you're feeling hungry,
Yeah,
you're missing
what
a
keepers
meal,
something in it,
just
didn't it, Owen? Is it Lockkeeper's Cottage or something like that? Yeah, Milky Way over there is Three Musketeers here.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, I can translate me. Yeah, there you go, Lockkeeper's Cottages. Ah, almost done. I love it when a long interval like this gets under 3 minutes. I know I can finish it. Right on from Evil Elf himself. Thanks, Ian.
Wow, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Red Cow and Blue Cow had a race. I don't know. Do I remember that one? I can't remember if I know that one. Milky Way advert. So I work with someone that could be a older version of the Milky Bar Kiddo, and I need to show him a video of the Milky Bar Kid adverts. I really don't remember this. Good old Blue. I don't know, it sounds fishy to me, Owen. Ah, finished. Ah, thank you. I'm happy that you were able to regale with me so much carp, Owen. Yes. I need to stand up and rest my undercarriage. But I also need to mop up sweat. I couldn't decide which to do first. Ah. Oh my. Ooh. 1989. Wow. Where was I in 89? I'd have still been in Barrow. I'd have just been finishing my apprenticeship.
Did you own a leather jacket with lots of buttons and zippers on it?
No. No, I never owned a leather jacket with lots of buttons and zippers on it. I do okay at music quizzes, especially 80s ones. So, a few weeks ago, Faith let me listen to her Sony WH-1000 headphones. That was a mistake. I had to buy some then. So, Saturday was our Flag Day parade. Last Saturday. And I was in the parade, but while we were at the staging area waiting for it all to start, there was a marching band across the street that were practicing, and their drums were rather loud. I put my Sony headphones on them and turned the noise cancelling on. I couldn't hear them anymore. I could feel them. The boom of the drums was, I could feel it in my clothes, vibrating my clothes, but I couldn't hear them anymore. Do I remember what I was doing in 1986? In 1986, I was working. I'd been working for a year. At that point, August 12th, 1985, I started working at Barrow Mill. And July 1986, I got my my amateur radio license in the UK. They moved around quite a bit. I don't remember living near Manchester, but I do remember Lindale. Near Grange over Sands. Was there for a few years. That was a village policeman. Who was born there. Then we moved to Kendal. We were there for 2 years, I believe. And then Barrow. I was there till 2001, moved down to Kent. 2007, moved over here. I think it's another 3.5 years. If I live here for another 3.5 years, then this will be the place that I've lived the longest. We're going to 40k.
Yeah.
I might do a little bit extra with Miguel after this just to recoup some kilometers.
Maybe if I do this.
So I remember driving to the office in the UK once, and I was the first person in pretty much every day, certainly from the network team, and a woman from facilities was walking past. So I was driving in. I sneezed and I pulled a muscle in my neck, and for the rest of the drive I could not turn my neck. If I wanted to look left and right before I pulled out of an intersection, I had to turn my whole upper body.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get to the office, and of course I'm sitting bolt upright and trying to hold my neck in a way that isn't hurting, and this facilities woman walks past and says, "You okay?" I said, "No, not really." Explained what had happened. She says, "Oh, I've got something for you. I'll be back in a minute." So she disappears, comes back with these 2 huge tablets. I don't know what they are. He said, "Just take one and see how you go. If it still doesn't go and you're okay with it, then take the other one." So anyway, you plop these in a cup of water. So I put one in a cup of water, drank the thing. She came back a bit later. She said, "How are you feeling now? Is your neck any better?" I said, "No, but I don't care about it now."
I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, man, I need to, we don't have any ibuprofen or anything. But isn't that how the Oxycontin epidemic happened around here?
I don't know.
What's that? What's that? Your neck hurts? Here, take these.
That's like adjust your saddle, isn't it?
Yeah, this does feel like, I mean, like I have trouble turning to that side and everything, but it's also like, mainly it started as just like I had a bulging muscle going on like right on my shoulder blade. And then now it's just worked its way up into my neck too, after sleeping. And now I can't tell which one hurts more, if it's my shoulder blade or my neck.
So I've been working on this repeater, try and get it going, and I got it going. I got it fired up last Thursday morning, and the power amplifier deck has this thing in it called a circulator. And I'd never seen a circulator before, so I wanted to see what made it tick. It had 2 screws on top, so all right, okay, we'll take those out and we'll see what's inside. So I took everything out and filtered it and put everything back in the same order. And inside of there was a brass shim and a magnet and a steel shim, a little frame that held them all in place. So anyway, Thursday I fire this thing up. I've got a power meter and a dummy load connected to the output of the transmitter, and I fire it up and I can hear the tone of the transformer, this huge transformer in the back of it. I can hear the tone, the buzz of that change, so I know that there's a load on it. But I'm not seeing any power output. I mean, what's going on here? So I get my little trimmer twiddler screwdriver thingy and I turn the power output up. And I still don't see any power. But then I turn it all the way up. And then there's a little fizz and a puff of smoke out of the power amplifier. Oh no. So I'm thinking, but immediately, as soon as that puff of smoke came out, the power shot up to 100 watts on my power meter. And that was a clue. So I'm starting to think about this. I took the covers off the power amplifier. I couldn't see anything damaged in that, but kind of having a sniff around to find out where the smell of burnt components was strongest. And there was a circulator. So I took the cover off the circulator. And inside the circulator is this load. And the load, I would say, is probably good for 50 watts, and I just dumped 110 watts into it. So, no surprise that it burned out. Yes, the magic smoke escaped. So, I'm having to think about what could possibly have happened, because I've got a perfect load on this thing. And a circulator takes power from its input port 1, and hands it off to port 2. Well, port 2 is where the dummy load was connected, and then port 3 is the load. So the idea is, it's like a roundabout. RF can only go around it in one direction, can't go backwards. The idea being, if you have an imperfect load on the antenna port, any reflections don't get passed back to the power amplifier, they make it round to the load and they're dissipated in the load. So I start thinking and wondering, and I ask questions in some groups that have pretty knowledgeable people in them. What happens if you put the magnet in upside down? Does it change the direction of coupling? And I had no's to I have no idea. Couldn't find anything anywhere. So I repaired the circulator by connecting some coax across the burned out load and putting another load at the end of the coax. And then got on my spectrum analyzer to figure out if flipping the magnet makes any difference. No, it does. So what had happened, when I'd taken it apart, I'd put the magnet in upside down. And that flipped the direction of coupling. So I dumped over 110 watts of energy into a load that could handle 50 and smoked it. And only when it smoked, when it burned out, all the power was reflected back into the circulator and out of the antenna port. So at least I figured out what had gone wrong. So I learned about circulators last week.
Off the magic circulator.
I should have told that story while I was doing my 20-minute workout, shouldn't I? I'd have had some left over. Alright, we've got our distance in. Oh, and thank you very, very much for reminiscing with me and for helping me through that second interval. That was certainly starting to grate. It was. Appreciate you being there. My head will be full of thoughts of Milky Ways and marathons and Snicker bars and Mars bars and things today now. Like up and Ben, appreciate you being there as well. And everybody else that's visited today, much appreciated. I'll be back with another workout in the morning, followed by Odivas. I'll be leading tomorrow, Rick, don't forget. You're there or be square. All right. Have a good day, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.